see. Hope it worked the first time. Yes. Okay, so it just needed to not work for like a couple of days, and now it's rocking and rolling, and we are on live. Wonderful, wonderful Wednesday to you, wherever you may be. Thanks for joining me. I was hoping to get on earlier, so I'm a little bit, I won't say, just going to focus on what I want to talk about, which is goals. Are you one of the people that sets goals at the beginning of the year? Do you set goals? Do you have your list of things that you want to accomplish before the end of the year? Or do you just see how things go? There are benefits to having goals. And the benefit is you have something that you're working towards. Think about it. If you wanted to go from your current location to another destination, you need maybe, if you're not familiar with the directions of how to get there, you may ask Google Maps, for example, how do I get from here to there, and it will plot out a route that will get you to where you want to go. The same way is how I see goals. Goals is where you want to go. And by writing it down, identifying this is what I want to do, this is where I want to get to, you're able to map out what you need, which way you need to go to get there. One of the common goals is to lose weight. Say, I want to lose 15 pounds by the end of the year. Because you have a specific amount you have in mind, you have the timeline, you can now then plot out a way to get to that goal. If you are just saying, I want to lose weight, it will just hang because there's no direction, there's no timeline, there's no amount, it's just hanging. You wouldn't, hopefully you wouldn't just go into a car, an Uber or a taxi and say, I'm not sure where I want to go, but just take me somewhere. Nobody does that. At least as far as I know, nobody has ever done that. In fact, I think I should do a skit on that. Thank you for the comments. And so, the best way to get from point A to point B is to know where the point B is, where it is you want to get to, and that way you can draw up how you're going to get from A to B. And then the other good thing about goals is when you get to B, because you know what B should look like, this is where I'm heading, when you get there, you can celebrate like, oh yes, this was where I was going and I am there because I wanted to lose 15 pounds. I've checked the scale and now I celebrate because I was able to get to that goal. So my encouragement to you is to have goals. You don't have to have a long list. Even if it's just one, it's okay. At least have something. And what would also be helpful is to have a regular review to ensure that you are on track. So you're making sure, yes, I want to get to point B, and as I'm going towards point B, I'm making sure that indeed this route is going to get me there. For example, going back to the weight loss example, eating healthy will get me to point B. If I start to eat junk food, I have to evaluate and ask myself, is that serving me and will it get me to my destination? where I want to go. And if the answer is no, then I have to reevaluate and think, what do I need to do to get to that point? And that's the power of evaluation. I don't feel I do enough evaluation, but when I do, it's always an eye-opening experience to think, oh, this was where I was heading. I'm in the right direction. Or this is where I'm heading, but I think I've taken a little bit of a detour. So I need to get back on course. I need to get back on track to get to my said destination. And that's the power of evaluation. So review your goals to be sure they are encouraging you to fulfill your purpose and maximize your potential. Yeah. So when you do set your goals, make sure that they're encouraging and they're in line with your purpose so you can fulfill your purpose and maximize your potential. And with that, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you tomorrow. I can't say same time because I don't know for sure what time I'll be on here. However, I can say see you tomorrow, so I will. Bye for now. God bless.